Hello everyone, it's Shiva here again. It's been a while since I've recorded a video. I've actually been working on something that I think is absolutely brilliant. I'm going to possibly just set up for a trade here first, guys, and then I may run through it. I'm just seeing something develop here which looks nice to me. Basically, it's a very simple sort of a trade, which has to do with... Okay, I might just enter this. Oh, I'm logged out, so I'll wait for the next trade. Basically, okay, this will cross. I will enter at the end of the next minute. Going to the speed touch. This is my live account, by the way. I'm gonna go in at the AUD USD, put in a trade for 2 minutes. We'll just leave that at $5. Basically, guys, what this is a an exponential moving average line that crosses on Heikin-Ashi candles, and that's what gives me an indication of the direction in which this is going. So we're in the AUD USD right now on a 1 minute chart. I just want to take this trade, and then I will... So we'll take a put now and execute that. I got in at... Oh, that's pretty quick. At 56. Okay. Now see, that's bouncing up. We'll let that bounce a little bit. Now this is at 826. See, we've come back into the money. Now, guys, basically what this is we wait for... these are Heikin-Ashi candles. So what we do is we wait for somewhat of a harami. So I'm looking at the charts here. There's a nice up and down motion happening. Now, I'm using this EMA, which is 6, EMA 6, which is 6 candles. It measures previously. I've looked at this. This, to me, looks like a nice bearish harami that's forming. And then I wait for this line to cross one of the candles going in the direction I want it to go into. And so what I will do is then enter just before or right on the start of this candle here. So what I actually will do is I will jump in and I will try and get in at this executed very, very quickly. This pretty much did it in... unless I think the broker might have been a little bit slow, but I got in here when it was about 56 seconds. So when I click put, it usually takes about 3 seconds for the whole execution to happen. But again, I got in quite early here. If I would have been later, I might have actually gotten in at a much higher rate here, so I would have been deeper in the money. What I've done some of these trades yesterday, guys. This strategy is brilliant. It's simple. It's 2 minute trades. I did 2 the day before. I had done 7 on demo prior to that, which was all in the money. Yesterday I did 8 trades. There's just 1 loss here, and that was... I know what I did wrong with this trade, so I could have totally avoided that. I'm doing $5 trades, just testing this strategy out at the present moment. But so far, guys, this has been brilliant. So that has expired. Let's see what's happened with that AUD. See, that trade just won on the 28th of May. Here's the time now. See, mine's 1:23. The clock on here would have done it, and we won by 42 micro pips. It's that simple. So basically, guys, this is what we do. AUD happens, so Euro USD might have... no, actually it hasn't done it. Good. And there are other opportunities here. Look at the USD JPY is possibly lining up. This is not a bullish harami, which... well, this is now forming to be a possible... a bearish harami. So let me see if I can actually... do I want to take that trade? See, that's not really a cross, so we can avoid that trade. But the whole idea really is where you look for bearish or bullish haramis. Now the haramis are these lines here. See, you've got like a solid bit, and then you've got a larger shadow on both sides. Okay, that's what we're looking for. In this case, I think the puts are much better. So my apologies, when I started doing the recording, I jumped straight into this trade. So let me explain it now, guys. So far, it's if I remove this was 100% hit rate, simply because this was more of a mistake that I kind of did. But with all of this, if I take this into account right now, it's probably like a 95% hit rate. Again, these are live trades on my big option account. There you go, big option. It's amazing. This strategy is very, very simple. So basically how we do it is this way. See, here is a potential. Now, because this is a downward trend, I may avoid this entirely. It's this sort of a setup happens at least, I find it, if I sit here for a good number of 4 or 5 hours, I may see this sort of setup at least 40 times. And because if you've got a number of currencies up, most of them will be doing the same thing if they correlate with each other. So you don't have to rush them, you don't have to take risky trades. So here's basically how we do it. Okay, I use freestockcharts.com. I'm gonna Euro USD. Let me get rid of this, and then I'll set one up here. So basically what this is, guys, you can go onto freestockcharts.com. I will jump out of this and I will launch another one so you can have a look at what it looks like. So we go to freestockcharts.com. So this is where you'll come to. You click on the free version. It may ask you to download some Microsoft Silver software or something along those lines. That's fine. Click on that, add it. It's not going to do anything to your system. So you'll get to this sort of a screen. I've already got 4 of these set up. I'm going to set up a Euro USD pair just so I can show you guys. So what I did, guys, see here this little tab. I clicked on that. Let me get rid of this. So I clicked on that tab and it created a new screen for me. I will then go here, see it's where this yellow bit is. Click on that. I will type in Euro USD. Click on this and click on only this chart, otherwise it will, whatever changes you'll make will change on everything. So make sure you click on only this chart. Okay, then I'm going to get rid of this bottom part of the screen, so click on this X here. That will get rid of it. What's this? Let me just erase these lines. Here are all the lines, the eraser, the crosshairs. Even if you want to do horizontal line, if you're going to create your own support resistance lines, that sort of stuff. You can draw rectangles like shapes to see the formation, all of that. So if you want, you can use this. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to change the time frame from 10 minutes to 1 minute. I'm going to go into settings, plot style. I want to change the plot style from this to Heikin-Ashi candles. I like changing this from net change to open and close. Click OK. So this will come up. What we also need from here is we need to add the moving average. So you'll click on add indicator here. Scroll down and you'll see moving average. Click on price history because you want it to be shown over the top of this. Now this is moving average 50, which means it takes into account the previous 50 candles. We're going to click on this here where it says moving average 50. Click on edit. First of all, I'm going to change the color of that purple. I just like it that way. I think get to see it better. And the other thing is where it says period, I'm going to change that from 50 to 6, and average type I'm going to change to exponential from silver. From simple, sorry. Click on OK. And this is what shows up. You can add Bollinger Bands if you wanted to, and you'll just go into add indicator and you click on Bollinger Bands and go through the same thing again. I don't really need Bollinger Bands. but in short, that's all we're setting up. And then what I do, guys, is I'm looking for the setups. I'm looking for the haramis to show up. So in this case, you know what we did in the last few minutes was we looked at that. We entered, I think, on this candle here. We finished on this candle here, and that was a 42 pip micro pip win. Brilliant. Let's see if we can find another setup. So again, you will find lots of these opportunities. Yesterday when I was doing the trades, I did all of these here. Again, only one loss. And I did, after this, I actually did do another 7 of them on demo, and I won 5. I was very cocky with them. I won 5, and 2 were near losses. Again, I could have very easily avoided them. It's only because I was on demo that I was kind of just jumping into everything, and I was doing that because I wanted to test how well this actually just works if I was to just blindly take those trades. But if you don't blindly take them, your percentage of your chance of winning is massive. So you know, like, I absolutely love it. I came across this about 3 weeks ago. The problem I had with that was at that time where the strategy the guy was talking about is where as soon as the line crosses, you enter. And what we often found was as soon as the line crosses, we would, by the time we'd enter, the market would be up here somewhere, and so your spread would be too thin for you to actually win the trade. That was a massive issue. The other thing to note, guys, you want to keep in mind when lunch is. Sydney is pretty much in lunch right now, I believe, so I shouldn't be really trading. Couldn't help myself, but I'm glad I was able to show you guys how to do that live trade. And all it is, basically, if you see it, right, if you see a setup, you'll wait for it. So in this case, we should have entered here. If we were going to take this trade, we would want to enter at the very start of this candle here. So we were about a minute too late for this. So let's talk about this. What I would have done is I would have seen this, which is the bullish harami. I would have looked at the EMA 6 cross here, and I would thought, okay, this is brilliant. I would wait for roughly about 56 seconds. I watch the clock on my computer just to make sure I'm on proper time. I would wait for 56 seconds, and as soon as it gets to 56 seconds, this is Euro USD. I would jump onto my broker site. I will actually, I'll have this prepared beforehand. So I'm at Euro USD. I'm waiting for 2 minutes here, and what I would do is, as soon as it gets to 56 seconds, I'll keep an eye on this candle and its movement. I will jump on there. I will click on call, and by the time I execute my trade, it should be about 59 seconds or so. If it's at 00, perfect. So what that basically means is you're getting in at the very end of this candle, which is the very start of this candle. Okay, so when you get in there, this would, because this is an average, you'd be about here somewhere, at 0.74 or so. And what that means is that in 2 minutes, which would be this entire candle and then this entire candle, so you would actually finish off with at about 0.93 or something along those lines. Because this is Heikin Ashi, this works on the averages, so you'd be finishing on somewhere about here. That would be a very close, about 20 micro pip win in about 20 minutes. Correct me there, correct my mistake. 20 micro pip win in 2 minutes. And this sort of a setup, look at this, it's here, you see that there, you could have possibly done one trade here. You know, I keep seeing these guys everywhere. See, these are more risky ones here. I'd rather not go for candles that are too short in size. But see, this trade might have been an easy trade. We would have gotten in here, possibly here. 0.86, and we'd still be in the money right now, and this will come down. The reason why I do 2 minutes, because that first candle might not move too much. It takes a second candle to move quite a decent amount for you, and it's safer in my opinion. Anything longer might be a bit of an issue. Here's silver. You know, look at silver. If we would have entered, I would have taken this as the harami, this to be the cross, entered here, and finished off. So this would have been roughly 0.07, probably about 11 micropips, but you still would have won. It is so far the easiest strategy that I have found, and I mean this is an absolute no-brainer. So you can do this. Again, I'll show you my broker account. I have 10 of them. This is one of them that I'm actually doing some live testing in. It's the speed option, guys. This speaks for itself. I've done a live one to show you. Let me see if I can actually find another live one. It's the Asian session right now, guys. It's 1:30 in Sydney right now. So I find that during the Asian session it's not the best time because volume, generally speaking, is low. These ones here that I did yesterday, this was in my afternoon, so it was about 3 o'clock, 3 or 3:30, and between about 3:30 and about 4:20 or so my time, I got through most of these. It was brilliant. I did about 7 trades at that time. I must have seen at that time a possible 40 of them. Okay. The other issue is taking trades right now. Sydney and Tokyo are kind of, one's heading out of lunch, one's heading into lunch. So you really want to be able to do it when volumes are good. I tried this with London and New York yesterday. New York session, this is the loss that I had was late London. Actually before lunch London. No, correct me if I'm wrong actually. This was during lunch for London. And then this was after that. This is when New York actually opened. The thing with the overlaps I find is sometimes you just can't predict how it's going to be. So I kind of tend to like trading some of this sort of stuff prior to London opening, so maybe Frankfurt, which is an hour before London, and I find it's kind of more predictable. I haven't done this over the full New York session. Just going off from the start of New York, I didn't like the movements for New York, and the other thing I say is, if you're not liking the movements, guys, you don't have to take the trade. Simply because it's, you don't need to take the risk. You're going to get lots of opportunities. Now, we just missed this one. If I would have entered, I possibly would have entered here, or I could have even entered on this candle here. So we were about a minute too late. Let's just watch what happens. So the next one is opened. It's heading down. And this is what I like. The first candle may not make too much movement for you, so you would have probably got it in somewhere here. 56, and we're at 337 with about 30 seconds to go now. And that to me looks like another comfortable win. See this mark here. Boom. So there we go. That one. Now 2-minute trades I find work really well because it's just enough time for you to carry in the direction without this bouncing up on you. This I could have counted as a harami. Few reasons why I avoided this trade. It's all of this was just moving sideways, and then the size of these candles are tiny. Easily, yeah, sure, that would have won, but I can easily avoid that. Not put myself or the trade at risk. Even things like this here, I don't like this sideways movement. It's simply because even if you get like just a few of these candles here and then a few of these candles here, there's no way of kind of guaranteeing that they're just going to head in that direction. Here looks like another one we've just missed. I would have entered here at the start of this candle, so at 0 of this candle. See the second minute candle just opened, and look at that difference there in pips. Again, a very nice win. I just want to see if I can take another live trade. Okay, we missed this one as well. See how they occur very regularly. Euro JPY is going in that direction. Euro USD is going in that direction. USD JPY should be going in the opposite direction. The thing I don't like about this, the movement is just too tiny. When movement's tiny like this, avoid it. Silver's tiny as well. Okay, we've missed it, guys. Again, what I would have done is I would have seen this happen. I look for nice long candles. Gives me some idea of a direction. The other thing is I look at all these previous candles. I want this nice pattern. If you don't see this nice pattern, especially with Heikin-Ashi candles, I want to see like majority of this being in green, the majority of this being in red. I think with puts, what I find is they're more solid movements. Look at with the calls here. Look at the size of the wicks. Market's undecided, and you don't want to be taking a risk with your trade, your money going in there. With the puts, I kind of find that they're more solid and bigger, and so the price movement is much better. It's probably just gravity. That's what I like to say. See, USD JPY was very quiet in the move, and then this has moved significantly up. That's really good. So that's the first minute. It's coming back. How long do we have? Okay, it's drawing back. It's falling. We would have still been in the money by 13 micro pips. How long do we have? 30 seconds to go. And what some people actually like doing is as soon as you enter the trade, you can jump in and put in the mark you're at. So you don't want this. Okay, so 5 or 6 seconds to go, guys, and we're still very nicely in the money there. That would be about 17 micro pips. There you go, and that would have been a win. Again, I didn't take this live trade. I wasn't very comfortable with this here. Candles were too tiny for my liking. Still would have won. So candles wise, size wise, I like it to be like this. When it's big, fantastic. I'm a happy boy. And generally these ones here correlate with each other. So if I see Euro USD going in this direction, I'm almost certain USD JPY is going up. So if I look at the size of the candles here, and they're small, I will possibly also try and avoid the Euro USD trade here, because see, if I could just look at this and say, hey, I could have entered at the start of this candle. EMA6 is very sharply pointing down. This may be a nice win for 2 minutes, maybe. I look at the size of this candle and how stationary this is right now, and say possibly avoid it. So again, this sort of stuff where there's only a few candles, only a number of candles like this, or there's like a mixture of green and red candles going sideways, avoid trades in those areas entirely. So you get the gist of the idea, guys, where you set up on freestockcharge.com. You can use Natdania, you can use your MT4. You basically just want to add Heikin-Ashi candles. I've got open versus close. You're looking for your bearish and bullish haramis, and I use original strategy is an EMA 14, but I use an EMA 6. I think it just gives me better entry points. And then what you do is, as soon as you've crossed right at the end of that minute, you try and time in to for that trade to be executed at 59 seconds of this candle, or 00. And so by doing that, you will execute here at about 56 seconds or so, 57 seconds, just to make sure you get to 00. Now, if you look at my trades here, all of them won. I like getting in at about 59 seconds, just so my trade completes at 59 seconds of the last candle. Some of these here, you know, that they probably went in too early. I think it just has to do with how quickly the broker executed my trade. Here's 58. See this one right at 00. This here, 56. I think it's possibly too early in my opinion. Anything can happen in those 4 seconds. So the whole idea is to get in just before the start of the next candle. Okay, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to close off this video. This is the strategy is called the EMA cross. A very simple strategy. If you follow it, follow your gut feel on this one as well. I don't see how you can't nail a 100%, maybe even a 95-90% strike rate on this one. Let me just watch this briefly before we jump off. This is not a bullish harami, but is a potential. I'm not too keen on this simply just because of what's happened here. Now watch. So I see 54 seconds. I would have jumped onto big option, make sure my Euro USD is all set up properly, and then I will execute the 2-minute trade. I see this movement is very nice. This would have been a nice win as well, or it's heading towards being a nice win. Excuse me. So yeah, you don't have to jump into every other trade, guys. The opportunities will come along. Just in the 10-20 minutes we've just been talking now, we've seen a number of them. So again, your goal not to jump in and do every trade. You just want to do your 3 to 5 really decent, really safe trades in a short period of time, and at the end of it, you want to make a very nice, decent amount of money. What I'm doing with this account, this is a new account. I only put 250 in there. I've built this up just doing this sort of trades, guys, to 303. Now what I'm going to do is compound. So basically these are $5 trades that I've done just to test out that this works. I realize this works. I will now increase this to $10 trades, and then what happens is I will trade this until I make another $60 out of this, which means where I can do 3 $20 trades, and then I'll trade it at $20 amounts until I've made 150 out of it. So then I can do $50 trades. So the whole idea is that I'm going to do all my trades with profits that I make. Okay, so my principal gets untouched, and this way I keep increasing the amounts that I'm trading at. So I will gradually get to a point where I'm only doing maybe 3 $250 trades, and I could actually achieve this in the space of about 2 weeks. So doing it this way, very safely, growing your account, And if you happen to lose a couple of trades or one or two, if you lose one trade, I would say take a step back, have a look at what you did wrong, calm down, relax a bit, because it's, you know, again, as I mentioned, there are so many opportunities that are going to come along, which is beautiful. You don't want to be losing trades. See here, when we said we would have entered here or here, this one went up, we would have jumped in and we would have finished off here somewhere. Okay, so I'm going to close off the video there. Just quickly again, proof. This is a new account. This is testing $5 live on big option. I get all of these wins, entirely possible. Just make sure the one thing is you want to test out the way your broker does its spreads, because I've noticed here, for example, in this case, see, I've only won by 0.4 micro pips. It's this, what I entered should have been at about 235 or something along those lines. I was quite surprised when I entered here, it actually jumped within like a second from 235 down to 226. I have a feeling, I mean, this had something to do with the broker, but hey, it's a win is a win, and you will find setups that can get you stuff like this, like 42 micro pip win. No other indicators besides the EMA 6, and that's it. All the best, guys.